Welcome to Gussy. So we've all heard about the Pixar theory, the theory that places all Pixar movies along a timeline that infinitely repeats itself. But this isn't about that. This is about why Carl is randomly strong. I mean, like, he's seriously strong. I mean, like really strong. Like, young man that's trained for ninja warriors for years strong. Like, definitely abnormally strong for an elderly male with a walker that has been a balloon salesman for the majority of his life strong. Seriously, and then he carries his house across a jungle and climbs a steep cliff face unassisted while still pulling his house along. Like, how? And that's when I thought, Carl from Up is a super. Like from The Incredibles. Carl can outrun a pack of dogs while dragging his house behind him. He can infiltrate and then escape a moving blimp by climbing the ladder on the outside of it. Carl literally hangs from this ladder at one point with one hand and then flings himself back up onto the ladder to continue climbing to the top, all after he defends himself using his walking stick against a big F-off sword. Now, Carl is supposed to be in his late 70s during the events of Up, so the only explanation for why Carl is able to do these things with ease is because he's a super. Now, before you say it's not possible for Carl to be a super, it is. Carl was born roughly in the 1930s, supposedly. The events of The Incredibles takes place somewhere in the 1950s, supposedly. That would make Carl in his early 20s when the first scenes of The Incredibles take place. This would mean that Carl would have been made a super in the early 50s, just before the super relocation program started. Which means he became a super but not a hero, because of the relocation. This means he didn't need to be relocated, and that he and Ellie could live and restore their old childhood clubhouse and live happily ever. Oh right, yes. Now, a simple reason for why Carl wanted to become a superhero is the same reasons why Steve Rogers was made one. Carl wanted to explore the world as an adventurer, but he was quite scared as a child, and accident prone, and not physically the fittest. So imagine if you saw an ad promising extraordinary abilities and would make you able to go on adventures without having to worry about these things. Carl became a super. Then the next question is, why is it that we see Carl as a feeble, weak old man using a chairlift and a walking stick? Well, you see, Carl was weak in these moments, from heartache. And it's not until that Carl manages to start living out his and Ellie's dream of adventure that his heartache finally lifts and he becomes free and is now more physically able to do all these things and to show his super strength. That's it. Leave a like if you agree and comment down below if there's anything you could add to this. Subscribe for more, but until then, check out the cool art stuff that Anya's been making over on our Instagram. Bye.